Okay. Shut up. Hey, Google, turn on Xbox. I need coffee. Coffee is important. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Digital Media Podcast with your host, Victor Rodriguez. Now, the sounds you just heard were pretty much my daily routine every day during quarantine. Now, of course, as a functioning human being, I try to have a consistent schedule, even though I wasn't going to school or I wasn't able to go to work, thinking to myself, this isn't going to last too long. Like everyone else thought. Everyone else thought it was going to last about 2 weeks. That didn't happen. It extended to maybe another week to a month. And then all of a sudden, we're in quarantine. You then see schools across the nation switch to online learning.
Here in New York City this morning, the mayor has announced 2 more people have tested positive for the virus. Many schools around the world, as you know, have shut down, some for extended periods of time as this virus spreads.
And businesses shutting down, including the business I worked at, which was a restaurant. I was a server. And to hear that we were closing, I got scared because we're not a huge corporation. We're a family business. I mean, we're a thriving one, but to have something hit us this hard when we were doing so well, it's scary, man. We were still able to do takeout. I mean, of course, I wasn't working. Other people were asked to come back to do takeout, so I was at home collecting unemployment and sitting on my ass all day. My parents still had their jobs. My stepdad still was working at Whole Foods, being an essential worker and all. And then my mom still had her house cleaning business, but it wasn't doing so well because, you just don't want a random stranger cleaning your house during a pandemic, of course. So my mom opted to apply for many jobs. And she eventually found a manufacturing place that was about 5 minutes away from home. And the sucky part was she had to come home really late. She would leave here at 4:30 p.m. and wouldn't come back until about 3 o'clock in the morning. And that honestly made me feel like crap. There's nothing that I could do. My restaurant, they couldn't hold servers or anything. So I was just left to stay home and play video games all day while my mom busted her ass to just pay the bills. Of course, we had an exemption from paying the rent, but my parents didn't want to take the risk of not paying anything and that biting us in the ass later. So they stayed working. My mom would stay up until about 3 a.m. I'd stay up and make sure that she came home okay. But dude, it sucked. I don't want to see my mom be exhausted every time she comes back from work as much as she did. It's calmed down now, of course, but man, you should have seen the way that she looked before. One positive note from this whole experience is the fact that I was able to finance a new car for myself, get rid of the shitbox that I had before. It was a new experience for me because this is the first car I've ever financed, and I'm very lucky to be able to even do that. I didn't even need a cosign because my credit was so good, so I was very fortunate for that. Even though my credit history wasn't that long, the guys that helped me out at the dealership were really nice. And I appreciated that, among this whole pandemic thing, I didn't need that stressful situation of needing a cosigner, especially with the situation that my family's in. To cap this off, I do want to say I was able to go back to work and my family's life was able to relatively go back to normal. I'm so thankful to still have my job as a server. The people that I work with make it a little better every day. It's the only socialization that I get to have, but all the right, I still appreciate it. Can't really complain much about my life. I try to be as humble as I can throughout it and not complain too much. I just try to be understanding and under these circumstances when it comes to dealing with people and vice versa. Because the way I look at it, there was someone that that was hit harder than I was and my family during this whole situation. So the best I can do is try to be a decent human being. Thank you for coming to the next episode of Digital Media Podcast. I hope to see you guys again.